So we're trying to do a little bit of cleanup around camp today. Let me clean this lens off here, guys. There we go. Yeah, doing a bit of cleanup, burning leaves and brush and sawdust, wood chips, all that kind of stuff. So, and Mr. Wolf is whining at me over there. See him? He's whining. Why are you whining? Huh? You just whining just because? Yeah. I know. Life is rough, huh? Sitting there laying in the sun, sunbathing. Yeah, so we'll burn up all this brush. I went around the property and you can see I raked everything up here as we get choked out with smoke. Raked a good portion of everything up. Got like all of the leaves and branches and just dead stuff like this stuff right here. I need to do this section right here and this section over right here I want to do. The dogs usually take a crap in here, so I'll have to be careful. Yep, see? Poop. Dog poop. But yeah, over around the wood pile and stuff like that. This is where I've been dumping my ashes from the wood stove in the camper and the fire pit. So that'll add some good nutrients to there. And this section right here, this is a big hole. I don't know if you can tell on camera, but this has got to get filled in. And I want to clean all this stuff up and, you know, get stuff like that and pull that out and burn it. Basically just tidying everything up. I think I got these piles here. This one needs to go over and be burnt once we get some more burnt down over there. I don't want to add too much to it because it just doesn't burn right. So got a little pile here and another one there, that one there, and still a couple of more to make over there. Some along here, rake up all these leaves and stuff. And this is around that wood pile. Look how tall that wood pile is, guys. And that's huge. That is huge. And I'm not done yet. Not even close to done. I haven't even went out in the backcountry and started collecting anything yet for the winter. This is just the stuff that I've been, the trees that are on the property that I've been taking down. And some from my neighbor next door because he took down a bunch of trees on his property. So I'm helping him clean it up. And he's giving me the wood for firewood. So but yeah, that's a good stack. That's as tall as me so far. So we got lots of room to fill this up here yet. Yeah, so all the board and batten is on here. And we just need to paint it on the shed. Sled's all covered up. I need to move this thing. Once we get all the stumps out, it's gonna have I gotta find a permanent place for it. It might end up going into the woodshed, because the woodshed's gonna go down here now instead of it being over there. What is that, boys? Is that a bird? We got ducks down in the creek too. There was a couple of ducks down there the other day. And the boys, they went down and scared them away right away, little shits. I was hoping they would stay. One of the male is like super nice colors on them. So I was hoping they were going to stay, but yeah. We got a little bit of board left, which I think it's enough for me to do the doors, to build new doors. I put snowshoes on the side of the shed. So I think it's going to be enough for me to use to build the doors out of. So I'm going to try that. I'll probably do that over the next day or two. Probably here in the weekend. Do that, get that done. And I need to make a ramp or a set of stairs. Probably be a ramp, just so it's much easier for my toolbox to come out and off there. So I do have 2x6 to do that. I have a couple of pieces leaning up against the wall there that I was going to use to build stairs on the camper, but I think I'll do this and get this done and out of the way. So I got another big pile of leaves over here that needs to go. So all this section here hasn't been raked out yet, so this will all get raked out and burned. All the debris here, clean all this stuff up, and then when we get an excavator in here, we'll pull all these stumps out in here. All this needs to be raked up really bad in through there. At least there's light coming through here now, which is great, because when we do solar on the roof of the cabin, we're going to need as much sunlight coming through as we can get, right? So all the spruce, I'm trying to take down most of the big spruce that's here, because the spruce is what's really blocking out the light from coming through. So, and especially even in the winter, like the spruce will block out any sunlight in the winter, right? Because it doesn't have leaves that fall off. So a lot of the spruce will be coming down. Anything that's like that's under a certain height they'll leave, and anything that's like too tall will come down. So down here we've been working on the rock wall coming up the driveway here. So I'm going to continue this wall up through here, this rock wall, and it'll go all the way up here, and this pile of debris next to the camper up there will get pulled out of there, and then we'll backfill into there, and then the fifth wheel is going to get moved over as close as I can to the property line, like right up against the property line on that side, which is going to give me a ton more room over here. About the equivalent, it'll give me the equivalent room as what the camper's sitting on right now. So the whole thing will go over there, and I'll have that much more room there. That'll be good. And I've been digging this bank out here, because this was all big stumps and everything that was just pushed. All the debris was just pushed up onto the edge when the operator cleared this lot last year. So I need to dig through it and get the stumps out of there. I'm hoping to bang the dirt out of the stumps and then burn them. That's kind of the plan that I have right now, because there's really no other way to get rid of the big old stumps. So gonna pull it all out. There's a bunch of wood and debris and everything underneath here. I've been pulling some of the logs that I could get that are under here. I've been pulling them all out and burning them. But this is a huge stump here, and it needs to be pulled back that way and then took out, and then the dirt banged out of it, and then I can get access to everything that's underneath it, which there's all this debris here underneath it that all needs to be burned too, right? So all up along there's logs and everything underneath there, and this will all need to be pulled back that way. All this hill here and all these big rocks can be taken out of it, and I can use those rocks for landscaping rocks around the property and stuff. All this stuff right here needs to be pulled out, drag it all back that way, and then knock it out, get the dirt out of it, get the rocks out of it, burn the stumps, clean it all up, make it look pretty again. That's the plan. Sure would be nice if I had my own excavator though. Even a little one would probably be fine. I want to clean all this up. Like, look at this driveway, the end of this driveway. Big holes in the bottom of it and everything. It's from all the mud. Yeah, those are craters. Big old craters, and they're going to harden up and dry like that. So this water is just not like completely draining out of here, so I'm going to have to figure something out for that. It's like it just sits right here and stays there. It doesn't even drain that way like it should down the ditch there. Because if we walk down the road here, it should technically drain down here, right? And underneath this lot, this guy is never even showing up here, so I don't know what's going to happen with that lot. But there is a spot here where it has been draining through. It'll drain through right there, and then it goes out into this lot. There's a little creek right here, so it ties into this little creek, and then it just drains. It just drains down into the river behind camp, right? And that comes across. There's a culvert underneath the road here, and it just comes across through here, right? That's where it runs in. This whole area here is nothing but bog and marshland. So I figure if I put a culvert across my driveway and then maybe ditched it right here and then put a culvert across this driveway, and then it would run out into this lot into the creek over here. So we'll see if this guy doesn't show up to do anything with this particular lot, then I might be looking at leasing this lot too as well. This is the lot that, I don't know if you guys remember, first when I moved out to this area, this was the lot I was parked in while I was waiting for my lot to get ready. So, but that guy has never showed up here. I met him once, the guy that was leasing this lot, and if he's going to be releasing it again or not. But if he doesn't end up releasing it again, then I'm probably going to try and see if I can lease this lot too as well. So, and I might do something with it. We'll see what happens there, but because when you go back through this lot, like obviously this is a driveway area, but they only I think they dumped 2 loads of material in here, but you'd have to make a path back through here, and there is a lot of work on this property to do. A good amount of these trees are dead standing trees. All the spruce is all dead standing, so you'd have to come back through here and knock down everything that's dead standing, and like all this stuff is all dead standing. So that all got to be knocked down. Make a trail in through here. Clean all this debris up. Like all this stuff on the ground needs to be cleaned up. 2 more big ass dead standing trees there. Look at that. They're huge. Another one here. Like it's all dead standing. Like basically all the spruce in here is dead standing. So it just needs to all come down. But the cool thing I like about this lot is that this is all kind of valleyed, and this valleys into my neighbor's properties over right there. But because this kind of valleys here, I think this would be a really cool place right here on the edge. Like my camp's right there. It's good. It's close to my camp, which would be great for one, because I think what I would do is I would clear the lot in through here, so there's nice access, nice path and everything, and this little edge right here, clean up all these trees and stuff, but this little edge right here be perfect to put a platform on it and then put a belt tent on it. I think that would be awesome, and then maybe lease that belt tent out or rent it out to people, because you got that nice little creek coming down through here, goes down and then ties right into the river down there. So I'll open this up a bit so you can see the river. But I think if I put a platform here and just kind of had it elevated out over here a bit, and then put a bell tent on it and then lease it out, I think that'd be awesome. I think people would love it. Probably rent it all the time. And there may be the opportunity to do that on the opposite side of me too as well, if that one comes up for rent, because I'm in between two lots that are basically not being used. So they're, whoops, let me fix that. There we go. So there's an opportunity for me to do something here and potentially do something on the other side of me, which would be great, because being that my lot is in the middle, then it's centralized and I could easily host it, right? So that would be excellent, because I'll have my cabin and everything there, and then we'll have right on the other side of me would be another bell tent with platform, and over here would be a bell tent with platform too as well, and they'd all have like independent sewages and stuff like that. But that might be kind of cool, hey? I think it would. I think it'd be awesome. I think this would probably rent up all the time. Let me know what you think in the comments about that one. But yeah, there's definitely a lot to do over here. This will take a lot of time, like clearing all this out and everything. And there's already a path right here coming down here that me and the boys kind of use to go down to the creek areas right here. But I'll be putting stairs. I'll be putting stairs on my property going down to the creek, so guests and everything could come over here and use the stairs to get down to the creek, and then they could use this area too as well as like a lounging area or a group campfire area or whatever, right? I think that would be kind of cool. But there's definitely a lot of work to do on it. There's a ton of work to do on it. Like cleaning up all these edges and stuff. Oh my God, there's a truck ton of work. I'm down for it, for sure. All this stuff is dead standing. Look at that, dead stand, dead stand. All this stuff needs to go. The hardwoods look healthy. It's just the spruces. It's all dead. This is a nice chunk of hardwood right here that I need to come over and get. Look at that. I bet you I could walk right across that to that tree. I better not. It might fall. Rusty's under there. That's cool the way. I think that'd be neat. That's like a great spot. Put a platform right here. Put a nice big bell tent on it. Beds and stuff in it. Even a little fire pit and stuff area and stuff over here. Yeah, I like that idea. Make a nice trail coming in through here. Rock trail. Put some rocks down on it. Those two big guys are dead. All this stuff is dead in here. It's all got to go. All the spruce. This lot seems to have more spruce than anything else, really. And all the hardwoods are just healthy. Like this is a hardwood here. This one's nice and healthy. And there's another big hardwood down here. Not a lot of birch on this property though. Like this one's pretty healthy. That one's huge. But look, I mean that spruce, that doesn't look healthy at all. That needs to go. That hardwood right there is really healthy. All this debris here, debris everywhere. It'd be nice to open it up, so then you could see the little creek, because it does flow pretty good when it rains hard, like that creek does. I was surprised how well it flows. That's a big spruce there. Of course, we keep all the good wood here for firewood for the property. What is that? That's another healthy hardwood right there. A pair of them. There's lots of work to do. This all needs to be cleaned up too from my side there. Operator piled it all up there, so it all needs to be dragged out of there. Needs to be dragged out, which it would be. I mean, if I start once I get the operator in here, I'll start pulling all that stuff out of there and see if we can I don't know, maybe use a wood chipper. Maybe a wood chipper, and see if I can chip all that stuff up. Any of the stumps, we'll just have to burn them. But there's a lot in here to clean up, so there's a ton in here to clean up on this lot. Check out this huge hardwood in here. Look at that guy in there. Massive hardwood. Super healthy. This one's dead. That's dead standing. There's no top on it. No new growth. Yeah, it's totally dead, that one. Look at that one. That's another monster. Monster too. All this stuff is dead. All dead standing. See, this is where it has been coming. It's been draining down through this side of this lot from down the hill in my driveway. So it's coming down through here, right? And then it's tying into that creek right there. And this is the property line for this lot. Property marker right here. It's right on the edge of the creek. So this creek is on my neighbor's side technically. A part of it is, I think. I'm not sure the lines, where the line goes. It might like start here and then go on that side of the creek as it crosses the creek there. I'm not sure. Let's go down there and see if we can find that property line. I'm not sure where that one goes. Yeah, it'd be kind of cool to know where that property marker goes. I've never actually looked down here to see where it ends up. Yeah, we're looking for a red mark or a red mark on a tree. Ah, jeez. I just fell in the creek. I don't see any over there. Huh. Where does it go? In there? Oh, there it is. So it does come down the edge of the creek by the looks of it. So much to clean up here. So yeah, it's on that tree down there. I don't know if you can see that or not. But, oh. That's the mark right there. So yeah, the creek does, it goes in and out of the property line by the looks of it. Yeah, so it goes in and like out of the property line as it goes up to there. And this is where it flows into the creek. This is just up from my property. My property is just down there. Look at that. This one needs to be taken down too. And that's where the marker is. You can't go 5 minutes without getting in that river, huh? And getting wet. Oh, look at him. He's in his glory. Is it fun? Yeah? Where's your brother go? Beacon! Alright, let's get back out of here. Oh, there you are. I didn't see you. He's hiding. Tick season has started again around here, so we're into tick mode, I call it. I check the boys every day and myself every day. I've already gotten a few off the boys. Sure, there'll be a few on me today. What is it? I found one on my arm or something a couple of days ago. It was a little tiny one. It's like super tiny, so they're still pretty small right now, I think. Hatchlings, I guess you call them. Freaking ticks, I hate them. Horrible, what a nuisance. Useless creature. Yeah, this is that property. It is a nice one, but a lot of work, a ton of work. Which I don't mind work. But come on, boys. Of course, it helps if you have a little bit better equipment. Like, that would definitely help. Alright guys, well, I'm going to let you guys go for now and see you on the next one.